Ladies and gentlemen, Noel Gallagher. That must be great, though, isn't it? Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
Guitar solo.
I know. Yeah, it's a good gig, big gig. But,
And, of course, you remember them nowadays as well.
yeah. I think that was about my 8th gig that year. Anyway, I had a bit of a part-time this year.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I get a bit more coherent as the years go by.
Yeah.
Only a bit, though.
But have you quit? You haven't quit touring, no? You've quit...
No, yeah. No, the official line was that I quit touring overseas with the band, which I never actually said. That was, I think
Cricketers do that sometimes.
I know, don't they?
Say, I'll play at home,
yeah.
but I'm not going all the way to Pakistan.
And, yeah, so I think that was something my manager just made up to fend off the lawyers at the time. But I think we're gonna tour again, hopefully. But Liam's not going to be there this time.
He is.
No, he's left. Your chance to be a fine thing, though.
No, because you're always going to break up, but you never will you?
No, it's actually becoming a bit sad now, because that's the 3rd tour I've walked off, and it's sort of like... even like the rest of the band were going, yeah, see you in a bit. No, I'm actually leaving this time. Right, yeah. So, yeah, it gets a bit embarrassing. Like, Mum was always on the phone going, I see you've quit the band again.
Yeah. But you did really, when you did walk off, why did you leave the two of them? What happened?
Well, we got to a gig in Barcelona and Alan, the drummer, had got tendinitis in his arm, so we decided that we weren't going to do the gig that night. So we had to wait for the crew to pack down the equipment, which was about 8 hours sat in the dressing room drinking. So, you know, it got to about 7 hours into the 8 hours, and it was one of them, you know, where'd you get them shoes from? Well, what's up with them? Well, I'm not saying I was out with them, but where'd you get them from? But what's it got to do with you? Where I got them from? I'm asking you. And before you know it, it's like Liam was in the corner with in amongst a pile of CDs and a ghetto blaster, and I was across the other side of the room with a black eye. I never did find out where he got his shoes from either.
So the stories about you and Liam kind of, shall we say, squabbling?
Yeah. But, I mean, yes, anyone who's... I mean, you know, to work with members of your family is pretty... I mean, it's pretty difficult, especially when one of the members of your family is Liam Gallagher. You know, I mean, I suppose it makes us what we are in the band, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it does, though, doesn't it? I mean, he's a brilliant singer for a start-off. And also... So it's not a bad thing to say.
Hey, Liam, if you're watching, they started laughing first, all right?
He is a brilliant singer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, he is a brilliant singer. He's a great singer. You're a great guy and a great singer. No, you are. No, seriously, they are actually laughing. They're instigating this, not me. So we'll be doing auditions for singers in the next couple of weeks.
Well, that Robbie Williams is a good singer. He is a good singer, I think. Oh,
does he entertain you?
He does entertain me. Is it all made up, the Robbie Williams stuff?
No, Liam and Robbie don't get on at all.
But what about... I mean, you called him a fat dancer from Take That. Didn't you?
Well, what it was is I was doing... I was doing an interview with, I think it was The Big Issue, and they said that the reason why they thought people didn't like us so much was that we always hung around with, you know, the so-called beautiful people. And I was saying, well... And they said, well, you had Robbie Williams dancing on stage with you at Glastonbury. And I said, well, at that point, Robbie wasn't cool, you know. Robbie was a fat dancer from Take That, which, of course, he took it the wrong way. And then he sent a wreath of flowers to the sun with whatever it was written on it. And then Liam got fabulously offended by that.
Yeah.
And, so that was like the first 6 weeks of that tour was all about Liam and Robbie, which was fun.
Yeah. But at the Q Awards...
Yeah. No, it wasn't fun.
I'll tell you what, no, but because at the Q Awards, when Liam did the thing about Q standing for... Well, I suppose the suggestion was queer, right, and dedicated it to Robbie.
Here's me thinking it was the Queen's English.
Yeah. But Robbie looked a bit hurt, and I felt quite sorry for him. He laughed at first, then when he got it, he looked upset.
No,
He did, though.
No, it's right. I mean, I wouldn't like anybody to say that, you know, because, I mean, Liam was, like, pretty relentless that afternoon, but it wasn't, you know, in Liam's defence, it's like when you're across the other side of the world and, you know, the guy saying whatever he was saying, all I know is there were sums of money involved and a bit of Marquess of Queensberry rules and stuff like that. And, of course, you know, we're out in somewhere, I can't remember where we were, and, you know, you could just see in Liam's face that when he found out that they were both going to be in the same room, you know, he started drinking on the Wednesday. He'd been drinking for about 8 days before he got there, so, you know, he was going to have his day. And, yeah, he was pretty... You know, I wouldn't like to be subjected to that. But saying that, you know, Liam being, you know, the great guy that he is, it wasn't just solely directed at Robbie. He actually abused every single person that moved. The only band he didn't heckle was us.
Yeah. Even Kylie Minogue, who everybody loves, don't they? Yeah. Anyway, we got a great photo of you, actually. Now, you're probably one of the most down-to-earth rock stars I know.
Oh, thank you very much.
Right.
We did actually
But you do wear shades when the sun's not shining.
Well, it's in the, you know, it's in the manual, isn't it? Thou shalt... It actually says in the Rockstar book, it says, thou shalt wear shades at all times, preferably indoors.
But I thought you'd ripped up them. See, I've tried the old shades indoors, and I felt such a prat I had to take them off. Yeah. I really felt just like people thought I'd got conjunctivitis.
Why were in the pictures?
Yeah, it was a 3D film. No, but, you know, I just can't... You have to be a certain... For comedians, especially, pop stars can get away with it, but for comedians...
Well, Liam actually wears them 24 hours a day. Not that I'm within 24 hours a day, but apparently anyway. I mean, every time I see him, he's like... He's got his shades on. Which actually says a lot, doesn't it?
Like what?
Or maybe not. Well, you know, because if the eyes are a window to the... I'm actually going to sound like I was going to say student now, but no offence. If the eyes are a window to the soul, then he does a good job of blocking them up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's my profound statement for the evening.
Yeah, that's why you're a songwriter, because you think of things like that.
No, I'm a songwriter because I ain't good at anything else and it pays well.
It's a brilliant thing, the old songwriter stuff, though. But I'll tell you what...
Is it really?
Well...
Why don't you tell me about it, then, Frank, being a songwriter yourself?
I'll tell you what. See, I think you could be a comic with work.
I wouldn't be the first time that's been said.
Yeah, but if I wrote Wonderwall, right, I wouldn't want to give that to my brother to sing. I'd say, actually,
well, I didn't.
I think I'm going to do this one.
I didn't. But we had a long, heated debate about who was going to sing that song. And in the end, his bottom lip went too far down towards his kneecaps for me to... so he looked very, very sad.
Yeah.
I said, all right, well, I'm going to sing another one, which was Don't Look Back in Anger. And, yeah.
Now, this is a quote, right, there's a book called by Paolo Hewitt, which is all about Oasis, right? And he says this. He says, Noel says the best thing he can remember about primary school was being allowed to watch TV programmes such as Rainbow and You and Me, whose theme tune Noel loved singing. You and me and you, lots and lots for us to do. If you want to sing along, just go for it, mate. You and me and you, lots and lots. Me and you and me.
Liam's actually got a version of that song. It's called Me and Me.
Would you say that influenced your songwriting in any way?
Yeah, there's a bit on She's Electric.
There is, isn't there?
There is. Yeah, I've got them all covered there, Frank. You know, you can't put the wool over my eyes, mate. There was a bit in She's Electric that is a bit like that.
Yeah, I think we've got that bit from She's Electric. I think that's really interesting that you used that.
Yeah, and I can well imagine the publishers of that particular show will be thinking, that's really interesting.
Whoops. Yeah. Well, maybe we will cut that out.
Yeah, thanks for that.
But maybe we won't. But I think that is interesting. And there's another famous moment, I think, when you were influenced by children's television. Thank you. So what's next for you, Noel?
Got an album out tomorrow. Go buy it.
Right. Is it called Familiar to Millions?
It is.
And it's a double live album?
It's triple vinyl.
Is it triple?
Triple
I've got
vinyl.
it. I've only got 2 with mine.
Pardon?
I've only got 2 CDs with mine.
Well, you know how vinyl and CD are completely different?
Of course.
That'll be why you've only got 2 CDs then.
Yeah, God. So, you once said that you were going to retire from being a pop star before you were 40.
Yeah.
You're still going to do that? And if you are, what are you going to do next?
I don't know. I'll probably always... No, do you know what? I can... You know, knowing my luck, I'll be doing it when I'm 50. But I don't... You see, it's like when you're out on stage and you're playing to all them people and that, I'll sort of look back at videos of us and playing live and I just think, that's wow, you know.
Why? It's great.
No, I don't know. I don't know. It's a young man's game, isn't it? A bit like having your own chat show, Frank.
Yeah, but if you're really good, it seems a shame to stop, doesn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Noel Gallagher. Ah.